Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel, or welcome back if you are new here, and welcome to another video here on my channel. So today I thought that I would share my experience on how I paid off my credit card within 5 months. So my credit card balance 5 months ago was actually $5,500, and within 5 months I actually paid the entire credit card off, and I cut it up, threw it in the bin and was done with it. So in 2020 it has been a crazy year, as every single person who is watching this video knows. What I have found from 2020 is that this is the year that most people are wanting to get their finances in order, with lots of people losing their jobs, losing their investment portfolios, losing lots and lots of money. This is the year where people are starting to take their finances really, really seriously. And I, for one, was one of them. So in January of 2020, so this year, we purchased our very first home, which is so exciting. It is the biggest financial decision that I have ever made in my life, and it has been one of the best decisions as well. However, having a mortgage and trying to save and all those kind of things wasn't quite working out as well as I had hoped. I had been trying to pay off this credit card for years. When I was in my early to mid 20s, I wasn't working as much, I didn't have a full-time job, and so therefore I was putting things like my car insurance, my rego, holidays, going out for dinners, all on my credit card, thinking, oh, I'll just pay it off. No, that didn't happen. I wasn't working enough to pay off the credit cards, so that money just kept accumulating. After listening to a podcast called She's on the Money, it is an Australian-based podcast hosted by Victoria Devine and Georgia King. It changed my life. It changed my financial perspective on my money and how I need to really start thinking about my future me and my future wealth and what I want to create for my life. This credit card was getting in the way. So I just thought that I would share with you a few things that I decided to do to change my lifestyle, to change my mindset, and to change my perspective on money to get rid of this credit card. So please make sure that you keep on watching. Also, please don't forget to follow me on my social media account. My Instagram is where I post all of my budgeting tips, tricks, and keep you updated with all of my financial decisions. Also, please don't forget to click that subscribe button down below and hit that notification bell as well, so you are notified every single time I upload. Okay, so the very first thing that I did to pay off my credit card was create a plan. I am very logical. I am a very logical lady. I like to know exactly how much I'm going to pay off each single pay to get down to zero on the credit card. So what I did is I took the total amount of my credit card. I also took my income. I get paid every single fortnight, and I devised a plan on how I was going to pay off my credit card. So I assigned money to each expense that I had in my life. So my mortgage, my phone bill, petrol, groceries, splurge, whatever was left over, I was going to put that straight onto my credit card and pay it off. I had a very clear plan on how I was going to pay off my credit card and the timeline. The timeline is something that I really wanted to focus on because I didn't want it to go over a year. I wanted to smash down that credit card as quick as I possibly could and get rid of it. It moves into the next thing that I did, is I actually didn't save any money. So within that 5 months, I didn't save one single cent. I did have a $1,000 buffer for just in case. So, we get electricity bills, water bills, gas bills. I wouldn't have had the money if I didn't have that $1,000 sitting in the account. So I wouldn't have been able to pay the bills. So rather than putting $500 into my savings every fortnight, I put that $500 or however much it was most likely more than that, straight onto my credit card. So not a single cent that I had, I put into savings. I decided that it was easier and quicker to pay off my credit card, pay that off, get rid of it. Then once that's down to zero and gone, I would then start to really build up my savings after that. So if you do have a credit card and you are currently paying it off and you are paying, maybe half goes into your savings and half goes into your credit card, I really, really do recommend is that you leave some sort of buffer in your savings, so $1,000, $2,000, whatever it is, and then you put everything else into your credit card. The interest on your credit card, you're paying the bank to have money that you didn't even own in the first place. So you really need to use your savings to get rid of it. Get rid of the credit card. Credit card debt is bad debt. You don't want bad debt associated with your name. The next thing that I stopped doing is spending copious amounts of money on food. So going to the grocery store is something that I really do enjoy. If you have been following me for a while, you would know this. So I would go to the grocery store maybe 2 or 3 times a week to buy food items that I may not necessarily have needed, but I was hungry. So instead of going to the grocery store 2 to 3 times a week, I made it so then I only go to the grocery store once. That's it. If it wasn't in the house that week, we would then get it the next week. So if a food item, say it was, I don't know, let's say that we wanted some chocolate biscuits or some chicken nuggets. If it wasn't currently in the house at that moment, I was not going down to the grocery store to buy it. It would have to wait until the next week. Obviously, if it's things like milk or butter or eggs or something like that, obviously that's a different kind of story, but we're talking about food items that are not necessary for you to live. So talking like chocolate biscuits, soft drink, chicken nuggets, like all those kind of food treats that you would give yourself, I didn't buy. If it wasn't in the house, I would just have to buy it the next week. The next thing that I did to pay off my credit card is I actually didn't buy any unnecessary items. I'm really lucky in the sense that I am not a huge shopper. I know that a lot of females or a lot of people love to online shop or just to shop in general. I'm really lucky in the sense that I don't really enjoy it. I like getting parcels and it's exciting, but I'm not a huge shopper. I was back in my early 20s, which is where my credit card started to build up because I thought that I had to buy the fanciest makeup, the fanciest skincare, the best kind of clothes. That's just not my mindset anymore. So I really made sure that I changed that before paying off my credit card. I haven't bought a single piece of makeup in over 12 months. So I really restricted the amount of makeup and actually what I was buying over 12 months. So I made sure I wasn't buying any makeup. If I was going to buy clothes, they were going to be secondhand. So if they were going to be something like a jumper or a t-shirt, I was going to the op shop to buy it. I wasn't to buy anything brand new. I stopped buying shoes. Shoes were, I don't know why, but in my early 20s, I bought lots and lots of shoes. And the only thing that I ever really wore were Converses, Uggs, and a pair of sandals. Like I'm not really I've just spotted a spider. I'm not really a high heel type of girl. When I go out, which is not very often at all, I would wear heels, but I would always make sure that I planned my outfit around that one set of heels. I'm not sure if anyone else is like that. But yeah, so I actually have so many pairs of heels that are in my cupboard that I do not wear, but I'm not buying any new ones. So I'm not throwing them out. I'm going to keep them until I wear them down. But I didn't buy any brand new shoes, no brand new clothes, no makeup, nothing for those 5 months. So I really restricted my splurge spending on what I decided to choose to purchase my money with. The next thing that I did, which I think is actually really important, is to actually share your money goals or your goals in general with someone. It's really important that you share what you're trying to achieve with someone who is going to understand and to motivate and to really push your motivation and want you to achieve those goals. So what I had done after listening to the podcast on She's on the Money, they really talk about sharing your financial goals because that will inspire you to achieve them quicker and they will keep you on track. So I actually started to have money conversations with Lewis, who is my partner who I live with, and we talk about money quite often now. We never really did, maybe a year ago, but since talking about, my credit card debt and how I was going to pay it off, he really motivated me and kept me on track. So if I wanted to buy, say, if I was online and I was like, this is a really, really cute jumper, I think I might buy it, Lewis would really try and get my perspective and, really get me to question, do you need it? Is that something that you actually need? Do you have a jumper still here at home? Is it still functional? Yes. So then do you really need this new jumper? So I think sharing your money goals and having those money conversations with someone who you trust and someone who motivates you, and maybe they're on the same financial journey as you are, you just never know. Talking about money is not taboo anymore. I feel like in 2020, people are really starting to talk about their money goals and how they want to create wealth and how they want to make their money work for them, which I think is something really inspiring and something fantastic. And especially on the Instagram community, if any of you are on the Instagram financial community, you would know how supportive and motivational each person is. So talking about money can be really boring, but it doesn't have to be. Make it exciting, make it a date night, or, you know, talk about it on a walk. It doesn't have to be a sit down, right, we're gonna talk about money for an hour and make it really strict. It doesn't have to be like that. Make it really fun. So those are just a few things that I did to pay off my credit card. If you have any other tips and tricks for others who are on the same financial journey, please make sure that you leave a comment down below on you got out of debt. Let's share the knowledge between everybody and let's inspire and motivate everyone to become debt-free and financially independent. Anyway, guys, I hope you did enjoy this video. Please make sure that you do give it a thumbs up as it really helps and supports my channel. Also, please don't forget to hit that subscribe button down below and I will see you in my next video, which will be sometime in the very near future. Bye, guys.